What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's Maul Dennis, aka Cool Maul D. We back, come through the podcast alongside my man
D-Lo. How y'all doing?
We got a special guest on the show tonight. Matter of fact, he's not even a special guest. It's like home for him, man. We got my boy Andre Collins, man. What's good, Dre?
What up?
How's everything, man?
Man, life is great, man. Blessed.
Yes, sir. Listen, I was just looking at some old photos, right? I think I showed you the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2019. We was at the joint down there, and we had you on for Dre Day, which is crazy, man. I was just like, damn, how time repeats itself. It comes full circle.
Yeah, I think that was my first time on the show.
Yeah. And then after that, it was like home. So what year Dre is?
This is 9. This is 9. We'll be 10. COVID year messed us up. But yeah, this is 9, man. Yep.
So I seen a lot of events with Dre Day this year. A lot of different events, man. Walk us through the events with Dre Day this year.
Yeah, so every year, man, I've tried to evolve Dre Day, grow it, to get it to a space where I'm offering something for every type of crowd.
Right.
The message always remains the same, bringing awareness to gun violence and substance abuse. This year, though, it's kind of cool, man. It's dope because, we doing a community prayer and praise walk in Chrisville in the neighborhood.
Nice.
A lot of things going on in Chrisville, man. Like, honestly, a lot of things just going on in the Eastern Shore as a whole, like in small towns, like Pocomoke as well, Princess Anne, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff that we're not really accustomed to. At least I can say in my generation, like when I was growing up, wasn't a lot of gun violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, drugs has always been around,
always there,
but I just feel like with that event, man, like it gives even the elder crowd, people who aren't necessarily into sports, an opportunity to be a part of Dre Day, also while trying to bring the community together. So I'm excited about that. And that's actually on my birthday. Yeah, obviously, man. August the 9th. Dre Day every year is always around my birthday weekend. So then this year, I'm also really excited to host a summit, the Dre Day Playbook, where I'm nervous about it, but because it's me kind of stepping out of my element a little bit. But I'm gonna be guest speaking. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a little bit of speaking.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, which is also important for my personal growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another way for me to give back, like to the youth and to kids that's trying to follow the path that I went down. So we're gonna have workshops. And shout out to my man, Dr. Warren, because
Rich.
Being a part of the Man of the Shore and going to that event and seeing how it was and seeing the room full of the youth, and he's doing this thing with that. That also gave me the idea to, try to plug that into my audience, to the kids that follow me. So we're gonna have breakout sessions, workshops, that's gonna address responsible social media usage, because I don't think the kids understand that college coaches and scouts they on top of those things, man. So they follow like what's being posted on your social media. So we're gonna cover that, and then we're gonna have two different workshops, one on social substance abuse, and then the other on gun violence, and then we're gonna break out. Go to lunch. We're gonna provide lunch for the kids, and then we're gonna have a next level sports panel discussion where I got a couple agents coming in to talk about NIL. I got a MEAC representative coming in, just to talk about what it takes to get to the next level, man. Like all of the things that our area on the Eastern Shore, we're not educated. These kids aren't educated, experienced, or not exposed. To those sort of things, man. So we just trying to bring light to that, man, and just push everything for the kids. And then obviously the main event is always the games, right?
Yes, sir.
So try to get creative and take it back to the first year I did Dre Day, which incorporated the high school kids. So I think, man, like right now the Bayside is in a space where, with especially the underclassmen, like with the freshmen and the sophomores,
some talent out
man,
there.
it is some talent in those classes. So,
sure.
And then you got, respectfully with the senior class and the juniors, it's a lot of talent there too. Yeah. So I'm pairing them up to match up against each other. So it's gonna be the freshmen and sophomores against the juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
And then obviously the shore versus across the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I.
So, as somebody that's new, I've been here for about 2 years, going on 3 years to the shore. Can you just like kind of elaborate on what it is that compelled you to start Dre Day and where that comes from? And
yeah, absolutely. So Dre Day, man, like it started in I hate to get the year wrong, but I believe it was 2015. I was home in the summer in the off season. I was still playing in Europe. And I was in the off season. I turned on the news, and a young kid from here in Salisbury named Raheem Russell, they called him Rock, was his nickname, and he was murdered by gun violence. Not sure if it was intended for him or not, but he was at a young party, a teenager party at a hotel out there on 13, and I seen his mom, man, she showed so much strength in the interview, and it just compelled me to want to do something, different. So that honestly, that's what sparked, like Dre Day, and from every year from there, it's just grown. And for a minute, I was bringing in families who lost a loved one to things like overdose or gun violence, and I would honor, their families at the games. And then I felt like it was a bit much because every year is that, right?
Right.
And initially the plan was to honor those families, hoping to show the effects of once someone is gone, like the effects of overdose, like on the family, or to show the effects of what it looks like for someone who, to these families that lose someone to gun violence, hoping that people can empathize and, and maybe it will slow down. But honestly, it seemed like it's probably picked up speed, you know what I'm saying, like over these years. So I stopped doing that, and now just I try to make a difference in a different way by doing the youth summit,
I like that. So like, when did you think of that? Like, when did you think like, hey, we need to just have some where we sit down, where we're teaching these young men about their futures?
Well, honestly, I tried to do it last year in a smaller capacity in Chrisville, where I had some of my college teammates, or like Byron Mouton played with me at Maryland. Darryl Morcell, he's a lot younger. Last year I coached in Shell Shock in the TBT and had an opportunity to spend some time with Darryl Morcell, who he played at Maryland and Marquette. And he came. Joe Smith, he's a Maryland legend,
for sure,
#1 draft pick, all of that. So he came last year, and we did it on a smaller scale. This year, I have a nice committee that helped me put this whole summit together. You know what I'm saying? And with just different, like, brilliant minds, like-minded people who care about the community, care about the Eastern Shore, and care about the youth.
So did that just happen organically, like over time, people just started to come to the table year after year after they seen you just continue to be persistent?
Honestly, man, this year really that we had a committee. So out of the 9 years that we did it, I would get like help, support, but on a level of the type of support that we have this year. And we probably have about a committee of about 7 to 8 people now. Before it was more like 2. Gotcha. So I think when people believe in what you're doing, they see that it's pure, and they see that that you really care about this area and the youth, because everything I've done since I retired from basketball has been work that's dedicated to the youth in some type of capacity. And I think people see that, and they want to support and they want to help out.
For those of us that don't know, once again, being new, what is it that you do around here to help the youth outside of Dre Day?
Man, so my 9 to 5, I actually work 2 full-time jobs. So during the school year, I'm a behavior intervention specialist at Washington High School in Princess Anne, which is probably one of the, it's a challenge. The type of kids that you see, the at risk on a daily. It's in Somerset County, so I grew up in Somerset County, and it's probably the most impoverished area on the Eastern Shore.
Okay.
Definitely one of the most impoverished areas, not just on the Eastern Shore, but in the state of Maryland. So a lot of challenges come with that alone. And then I'm also a community center director in Crisfield, in my hometown. In the neighborhood that I grew up in the housing authority, which it's a different type of beast than what it was when I was growing up. So I do that, and then just paying the game of basketball forward, working with kids, rather it be beginners all the way up to college kids.
Okay.
Just
and that's
being
training.
Training, yeah,
Okay.
yep, training, being a mentor, different programming. I've taken kids from the Eastern Shore that want to pursue basketball. I've taken them to Italy, where I played for 8 of my 10 years in Europe. So just trying to be a mentor and be a beacon of light, to the youth here on the Eastern Shore.
I love that. For a guy who wants to go and make a Division I, right, and maybe in a small town, could you kind of just give some words of inspiration and also just give a little touch on your background and how you got there?
So honestly, man, like it got to be your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have one foot in, one foot out. Especially coming from the Eastern Shore. I think that's anywhere you are in the world. When you in anything that you want to do, but especially in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this area is under recruited. We are behind the 8 ball on a lot. Mm-hmm. We are a small area where a lot of people, are living their dreams out through kids. So as a kid, the best thing that I could say for a kid to do is dedicate yourself, be in the gym every day, believe in yourself, know your circle of people that's around you, have good people around you, carry yourself, always like understand that your image is super important, even more important now than what it was when I was coming through in the late 90s to the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's you got these phones, man, social media. Luckily for me, it's luckily, and it was kind of like a bad thing, because personally I think my career would have went even further if I had social media and that type of exposure back then. But just keep your head down, man. Like, believe in yourself and put everything into your craft every single day. And it don't have to be about sports. That could be about whatever it is you want to do. Like, believe in it and dedicate yourself to it. For me, I got the exposure, honestly. It wasn't even because of the Bayside or what I did in the Bayside Conference. Bayside Conference has never been respected. It's a small area here on the Eastern Shore. Mm-hmm. Even me averaging 30 and 10, like 2 years, basically 2 years in a row, that wasn't what got me recruited. I got recruited because, my man, I'm super thankful for him. He's like the godfather on the Eastern Shore. Like, did it the right way. Wasn't about him when it comes to this AAU stuff. Dwayne Coverdale. What he did was he put all of us, like, the best kids in the area. Mm-hmm. Myself, Andre Matthews, Brian Polk, Carlos Hawkins, Janava Witherspoon, Shelton Hawkins. I mean, I hate even naming all these people because I'm not gonna name all of them, obviously, and I don't want anybody to feel left behind. But Cove is the blueprint, man. Like, and what he did was he just took the best players from this area, put us together, and we went out and competed against everybody. Didn't duck any smoke. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that first year when we were trying to learn how to play together and trust each other, because we all were the guy in our areas. You know what I'm saying? In our schools.
That's tough to
you know, so we had to learn. We had to learn to sacrifice and learn to play together and understand the big picture. And once we did that, so our first year we probably took our, you know, our lumps and our L's. But after that, man, like when we walked in the gym, everybody his turn. People were scared of us, and we all got recruited off of that. You know, so don't be afraid. Like, to the youth, don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to mix it up with the best players in your area, because what it's gonna do is it's just gonna elevate your game. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how I got exposed, man. Like, got exposure. And then, you know, I wasn't too big for anything. Like, I didn't feel like I was humble, you know. I was nasty as hell, excuse my language, on the court.
Good, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had no friends. Like, people that I played against in high school, they'll tell you, like, they try to talk to me, you know, I give them a little smirk, and then I'm gonna bust your ass. I'm gonna go get 40. You know what I'm saying? And I'll dap you up afterwards. But I ain't had no friends. We was just talking about that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I didn't have any friends on the basketball court. But like I said, I wasn't too big for attending basketball camps, you know, at colleges or any of that. I just told my son, me and him just had a conversation over the weekend, and, you know, he communicates all the time that he wants to follow in my footsteps and do some of the things that I've done. And I was just telling him, like, you know, I was going into my senior year recruited by a lot of schools at the time, and invited to go to Nike All-American camp. But the week before I went to Nike All-American camp, my mentor sent me to the University of Maryland's camp. And that's actually how I got recruited to go to the University of Maryland.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't see me in the Bayside or see me at an AAU tournament.
Straight camp.
It was, I went to camp. I was already invited to Nike All-American camp out in Indiana. The week before I went to Indiana, I went to Maryland's camp. A coach, Mo Howard, that's my guy from Philly. He played at Maryland. He was working the camp. He saw me play. He went and got one of the assistant coaches. They came and checked me out. They went and got the head coach, Gary. Talked to him. He came and watched me play. My team won the championship at camp. I got MVP at camp, and that's where it started. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So, a lot of kids now are afraid to, you know, to take that approach, to go to those camps. They think AAU is
smoke.
Yeah, like, or even just thinking it's beneath them. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking that it's not important to do. You know what I mean? Like, but I know for me, man, like, that's how Maryland got into the picture. And then my senior year, they were at games and they saw me put on, and, you know, it went from there.
Yeah. So right place, right time, being prepared.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
how I normally go.
Just living it every day.
So I want to talk about with Dre Day, I want to talk about the games. First of all, I want to say that I think it's dope what you're doing with the bringing in the agents and the NIL deals and giving them the information, because that's what college basketball has become now. You know what I mean? You don't want to go in a situation not knowing anything about how NIL work or any of that. So to me, I think that's a major thing that you're doing, man, because I think these kids need to understand that you need to know, number one, your worth, and number two, what you're doing, and number three, what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's only a certain amount of chances that you're really going to get. You know what I mean? So you need to take advantage of all of those.
Absolutely, man. I mean, even for me, you know, like, I have aspirations of being a college coach.
Really?
Absolutely.
Dope.
You know, absolutely.
Yes,
that's one of the things that, you know, I want to do. I want to be a coach. You know, when I retired, I came home. I actually ended up getting my degree from UMES.
Congratulations on that too.
Appreciate it. And during that time frame, I interned with Coach Batchelor in the women's program.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I could learn that college game. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for me, it's also important because the landscape of college has changed like completely.
Definitely.
You know, the rules, eligibility rules, you can transfer. There's no penalty against you. Like when I transferred, I lost a whole year. You know what I'm saying?
For real?
Like, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. When I transferred from Maryland to Loyola, I had to sit out a year. So technically, I only played 3 years and 6 games. You know, so I basically lost a whole year. And who knows what would have happened if I gotten that year back? You know what I'm saying?
You did at Loyola though. What you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was you the second, third leading scorer in the nation?
It was crazy.
You led at third or second?
Yeah, I was fourth in the nation. I finished fourth. I had a nice little run where I was first in the nation over Adam Morrison and JJ Redick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we was in school talking about that shit.
That's a message. If you transfer, go somewhere where you're going to be able to do numbers so you can justify why you transfer.
Absolutely. Yeah. It got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just transfer just to transfer. Like to me, it got to a point where I knew, you know, like, all right, hold on, I can see kind of what's going on with, you know, I'm doing my thing in practice. I'm doing my thing whenever I get in the game. You know, I'm scoring 10 points, 3 assists in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, but the minutes were always up and down, you know. And granted, you know, ACC was different back then too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm 5'9", man, in the ACC. You know what I'm saying? So, just that's also a part of it because coming from the shore, you're not getting that type of education on what to look for when you're choosing a school. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to, you know, your point, man, like the landscape of college basketball is so different, man. Like even when COVID, like with what happened with COVID, and high school seniors aren't even getting recruited like now, like anything. You know what I'm saying? Like but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about it, like who you gonna, first and foremost, as a college coach, this is your livelihood. This is your job. This is how you feed your family, right? So if feeding your family is on the line and you can choose between a player who is body-wise is a grown man, have a better understanding of the game, you don't have to worry about teaching from, don't get me wrong, every coach is going to teach regardless because every system is different. But it's a big difference from a kid who's a junior or a senior or have college experience transferring to a school versus an incoming freshman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little bit different because now you already know you coming in for 1 year and you gone anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just completely different, man. These kids got to understand that. There's nothing wrong with D2, nothing wrong with D3. You know, and now is nothing wrong with JUCO. I used to feel like it was a lot wrong with JUCO. Like,
really?
Absolutely. It was a route that I refused to go to.
Can you know what I'm saying? Elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, it's just I'm super competitive. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I felt like I was one of the only. I wanted to be the first or one of the only that coming out of high school, I'm going to like a D1. I didn't need JUCO, and it's nothing. I didn't look down on the guys that had to do it. I just didn't want it for me. You know what I'm saying? To where I needed JUCO, I needed that extra exposure out of high school to get me to where I wanted to go. You know, I took pride in Maryland, like having the scholarship available for me to sign. I didn't get an opportunity to sign it because I didn't qualify SAT, and I had to go to Hargrave. But I took pride in having that option, knowing if I qualify SAT, I can sign. You know what I'm saying? But again, there's nothing wrong with JUCO, especially now. You know, like I feel like kids should probably use that or use an extra year of prep school or whatever it is to help them mature their game, mature their body. You You know, because just coming out of high school, man, and trying to get to D1.
It's tough.
It's hard, man.
Getting older every year, man.
It's hard. And then I think the rule just changed again.
Get a 5th year.
You get a 5th year now. Yeah, man.
Guaranteed
Like
5th year.
Get a guaranteed 5th year, man.
To do 5, you get 5.
Guaranteed 5th year, man. So what college coach is going to take an incoming freshman? And then it's open season. NIL, these kids getting bags, man.
Getting bags.
Like,
so that makes you think, bro, like, so let's say somebody at Duke, North Carolina, right? Getting that NIL money. You want me to go into English and listen to what this guy talking about, and I know I got $2 million in my account.
You better.
Yeah, it's parameters in place though, and
you better.
Contract.
So you have to get good grades and all that to get that money.
You have to get good grades
for sure.
On time,
I thought it was
that,
for sure.
Okay, all right,
for sure.
We treated like
yeah.
the league.
You better.
Okay, all right.
You better.
I know.
And you wanna, you know what I mean? The goal is still
to get education too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But the goal is still to play pro. Because you wanna like, for somebody who goes that far and play at that level, man, like, you wanna play this game as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? And you wanna continue to elevate and get to the next level. Whatever that next level is. Whether it's becoming a graduate assistant, coaching, or you know what I'm saying, or actually physically playing, becoming an agent. Like, you want to be able to continue and stay in the game as long as you can. So, you know, you flunking out or you not doing what you're supposed to do, you just hurting your network. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's gonna write you off. Like, you're not dependable. You're not somebody that we can depend on. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: if they had the NIL when you was coming through, so say like Maryland,
we wouldn't have won a national championship. We talked about that. So we just had like a so this year is the 25th year of 25th anniversary of winning the national championship, right? I'm telling my age. But you know what I'm saying? And to kick it off, we did an event, I want to say it was in April, in New York, right, where you know, you got to see all the greats come back. A lot of Maryland alum and boosters and fans, whatever, that was in the building. And, you know, a lot of us was talking and we was just saying, like, yo, man, like, it's kind of we're kind of glad that NIL wasn't around back then, because there's no way, like, after. So what was supposed to be my freshman year when I was at Hargrave, Maryland, in 2001, they went to the Final Four, right? So the year before, they went to the Final Four. That was supposed to be my freshman year. We would have never won the national championship because none of those guys would have came back. Steve Blake would have took a bag and went probably to Florida or somewhere like that, where he's from. You know what I'm saying? Only one probably would have stayed was Juan and Lonnie, because they're Maryland, like, you know, Lonnie's from DC, which that's
he is. I ain't know he was from DC.
So that's Lonnie's Anacostia, baby. Like, so that's like 20 minutes down the street. Juan's in Baltimore. That's right down the street.
He legit ball.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically home for them, right? Drew Nicholas is from New York. Drew would have took a bag and went somewhere. Chris Wilcox would have bounced. You know what I'm saying? We blame Chris for not winning it back to back, by the way. He had to leave, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we would have went back to back if Chris Wilcox came back for his senior year. You know, no, his junior year. But yeah, man, like, we wouldn't have had a chance because we wouldn't have, none of them dudes would have stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, after the first Final Four run. You know what I mean? And we all was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now with NIL, man, like, you look at college basketball, especially at that level, like Maryland last year, every man on that roster was new.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah. So it's hard for fans to even
get into
it and fall in love with a roster.
Y'all got a new the boy came there, didn't he? Wagner?
We got a couple, man, like DJ Wagner there. Shout out, you know, I played against his dad. Dewan, like that. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, man. We was at Nike All-American camp.
You from
Jersey?
From Jersey.
Yeah.
From Jersey.
So, yeah, man, we had Nike All-American camp. And I think Wani was a junior, going into a junior year. I was going into my senior year. And the way they did it at Nike, they would have 2 teams on. They had 2 teams on and 2 teams off.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 teams on, they would play their half. They would play like a first half. Then at halftime of their game, the other 2 teams that were off would come on and play their half, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, man, I watched Wani give a team 50 in a 5-pass rule at camp. Because, at camp, man, it's Nike All-American camp. Yeah. Everybody's trying to get theirs. So they did. It was 5-pass rule where you had to pass 5 times before a 50? Shot. He went for 50, man, left camp.
Yeah, no need to stay after that.
Went to 50, left camp, man. Like, Wani was that, man. Yeah. So a couple of them.
So when you got to Maryland, right? Juan Dixon from Maryland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever had a talk with him, like, and you tell him, like, I'm from this side of Maryland?
Nah.
Okay.
So funny story, man. Like, me and Juan got into it when I was at camp. When I was going into my senior year at camp, Juan was, I want to say, sophomore. He was a sophomore that year.
Okay.
And I played, so they invited me to play pickup. After all day of me going to the camp, they invited me to play pickup with the team. It was summertime. Mm-hmm. I wasn't ducking no wreck, you know what I'm saying? And, Juan's a competitor. I'm a competitor. And we was going at it, man. Like, yeah, me and Juan got into it a little bit. But he a good dude, man. Like, you learn a lot from people like Juan, man. Yeah. Like, hell of a story and, overcoming the story he did.
Yeah.
Super competitive. Man, Juan is probably one of the most, man, he's so driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing him, like, he would be in the gym with his wife now, but his girlfriend at the time, like, she rebounding for him. He in the gym late night.
It's dope.
Like, yeah, man, like, so it's no surprise to the type of success he had at Maryland and then what he went on to do, even undersized in the league.
Yeah. You have to be, I guess, what they say, somewhat gifted, right?
Absolutely.
And hard work and gifted will get you there. Because I was telling D-Lo earlier, I was like, bro, Dre 5'10" on a good day. And I was like,
right.
I was like, he was a dog. And I was telling you downstairs, and I say this all the time, my first time seeing him, I was like 4th grade. He was playing Pokemon. First play of the game, the tip-off, he caught it and just threw it. His man came from the baseline and caught it 2 hands in. That's like, oh,
showtime.
Shit. What?
Yeah, that was almost a design play for us though, for real.
I said
like every game. We started a lot of games off that way. You know what I'm saying?
Cross half, cash. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But that was what when you come from this area and when you see that makes you want to go do that. You know what I'm saying? It's
for sure. I can imagine him going through that. Like, how was that? You knowing the game is sold out, everybody's, scrambling for a ticket, everybody's talking that talk. Meanwhile, you still got to hone in and, play the game, but also be that student athlete.
Yeah, was it hard being humble in high school?
In high school?
Honestly though.
Nah, man, because I came from humble times. You know what I'm saying? I came from, Chrisfield, man.
I know.
And then even times where I stayed with my grandma, it was humble times, man. Like, we would we would cut bicycle rims, like spokes out and nail it to a tree and hoop. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been humble, you know what I mean? But I also always been about business. You know what I'm saying? And I welcomed that. Like, I always knew what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I put, all my eggs in one basket. I know they say don't do that, but I'm a big believer in shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still amongst those stars. Like Beanie Siegel, and I know he got that from somebody else, but I heard Beanie say that first. You know what I'm saying? I got it tatted on my hand. You know what I mean? Like, and I truly believe in that. Like, if I put everything into this, wherever I fall or land at, it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? And through high school, I got a chance to learn and watch my big brother Andy, who also was a dog.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying? I watched how he carried certain things, and when I got to high school, I had the luxury of playing with him my freshman year, and he was a senior, and we fell short. And if I'm being honest, my freshman year, I played for the tradition of it, but not necessarily knowing why I was playing. I just wanted to play varsity. I just wanted to play for Chrisville High. I just wanted to play with my brother. And it wasn't until we lost in College Park in the Final Four, and in the hotel, we Chrisville kids, man. We don't even got a pool in Chrisville besides in the marina. You know what I'm saying? Which we weren't, privy to be able to go to.
Right.
And we all in the pool, and I look over, and big bro, he in the corner like crying. Like, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, damn. Like, yo, like, we in the Marriott, man. We in the, you know what I'm saying? We in Greenbelt Marriott, bro. Like, man, come over here, have some fun in this pool. And then I'm looking at he crying, and in that moment it hit me like what Chrisville basketball really is about. It's like state championships. Like, I believe still to this day we got the most state championships on the Eastern Shore. Yeah, I know it hurts you. I know. You know what I mean? I know it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know what I mean? But for a while in the state of Maryland, we had the most state championships. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, I didn't grow up because I never seen one. The last state championship before we won in 2000 was in '82. You know what I mean? Like, all I seen was what it meant to play for Chrisville. But when I seen bro crying, that's when it hit me like, oh damn, like we playing for this is about winning states, and it's over for him. So I told myself, like, my biggest thing was to be able to get back to College Park and win it. So every time I stepped on the court, it was business. You know what I'm saying? And like I took a lot of dirt, especially from Pocomoke, man, like, which is crazy because Pocomoke at the time was like my second home, man. My pop lived in Pocomoke, so I was coming to Pocomoke since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? But Pocomoke brought the best out of me. Snow Hill brought the best out of me because those were games that I knew it was gonna be a dog fight. I knew it was gonna be dirty. I knew they was gonna foul me, and you know what I'm saying, like I just always carried myself and played with confidence but tried to remain humble in it. I didn't do much talking. The most talking I did in high school was somebody talk shit to me, I'ma smile at you, cause I already know what's coming. Cause you wasn't in the gym the way I've been in the gym. You ain't go in the summertime and play against the best of the best. You ain't play against Andre Barrett, Omar Cooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't seeing that. You wasn't seeing Wesley Stokes and Tyson Chandlers, and you just wasn't seeing them dudes. I was, though, and I was holding my own. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back to the Bayside, it's a nightmare for y'all.
That's them good AAU days. Create a different confidence.
Because it wasn't a circuit. Like, back then, you could just go play against whoever. As long as your coach had the confidence to put y'all
in the tournament,
you know what I'm saying? You go play against whoever. And that's what we did. Yeah, that's what we did, man. And so when I came back to the Shore, it's over for everybody.
Over. That's
you know what I mean? So I didn't have to, go out of my character or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I trusted in the work I put in, remain humble, and
you should.
Yeah.
So back to Dre Day, right? So this Shore versus Over the Bridge game, how did that really come about?
It's crazy because I've been trying to pull this off for years, honestly. And it came about by fluke, really, by default, shall I say. So I lost probably, let me say it was about a week before I announced what the plan was, the Shore versus Across the Bridge. I lost my funding partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was a promise to certain funds that would be to me through a partner, and things happened. So I lost the funding partner, and I had to pivot, you know, because normally the games have been kind of fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's been like celebs. If you notice, I haven't said anything about any type of like hard, like a celebrity.
I was gonna get to that question, but
yeah, you know, in the past I've always had celebrities play in the game, and sprinkled in with like real hoopers, female hoopers, or just female personalities, or whatever it may be, like an actual celebrity game. If you look at my logo, it says, you know, Dre Day Celebrity Basketball game. You know what I mean? So I had to pivot because the funding sponsor, you know, backed out, told me that the funds wouldn't be available by August the 8th. And you're not going to do business like that. There's nowhere in the world where, you know, you trying to book a celebrity and, you know, you don't have that deposit, or, you know, that they're going to come and take payment after the event. So I had to pivot, and I reached out to my man who was also on the panel. He does a lot of work in the DC area. He, you know, is going to be on the panel to talk about NIL. His name is Ricky Goins. He's from DC. Okay. You know, so, you know, they call him DC Rick. So, you know, he does a lot of like a lot of almost college alumni games and stuff like that. Like, I met him from a few years ago. He put a Maryland alumni matchup against George Mason, and, you know, we went up, played or whatever. So I played in a couple of his events and leagues or whatever. So I reached out to him knowing he's well connected, network, and like, yo, man, like, I'm trying to, you know, this is what I want to do. And he was like, all right, bet. And before we know it, man, like, it was just some quality guys. Like, obviously, Super Boo. Yeah, you know, Boo played. Boo has probably played in, I want to say, every Dre Day game except for one. Yeah, and I think he's won MVP 4 years, 4 times. What's that?
Your bucket.
Oh yeah. Okay, Boo's a bucket. All right, he's a bucket.
Sure.
Probably like league talent.
Okay.
Like, Boo is league talent from the DC area. Like, you know, he be in the Goodman leagues and all of that, in the Watts League, inside the gates and Barry Farms, all of that. And, gotcha. You know, when KD was when KD was still playing in those leagues, like, he was head to head with KD. You know what I mean? He's hands down like a bucket, probably league talent for sure. Yep. You know, and the more I started reaching out to those guys, it just came together, man. And then I like the Shore. I like the young guys, you know, that's putting in work, that's playing overseas, or playing college ball right now, you know, or just finished playing college. Like, that roster, like,
I seen it.
I sat when I probably had the same reaction that everybody else had when I was making those posts of, like, damn, yo, the Shore, like, really has had, like, really got talent, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and we don't get that respect a lot.
Never do.
But looking at the roster that I put together, man, like, it's all certified hoopers. Even the DC squad. Like, I know some of the younger guys people don't know, but you got some guys, man, they all-time leading scorers in their high schools. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got guys that are going to colleges, like, that's about to play, or Jimmy Black, who, you know, he's a bucket.
Shout out to Jimmy, man.
I love Jimmy, man. Together. Oh, for real?
Yeah, when we was at UMS, we hooped against Jimmy and Toss.
Yeah, like I love Jimmy, man, because he's a competitor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he competes, man. Like, and he's one of them point guards that he's gonna talk.
That's all
and he can hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Back
so
it up, though.
yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Jim.
So I'm looking forward to that game, man. It's gonna be a hell of a game for sure.
So as the high school game, you know, you put the freshmen and sophomores versus the junior and seniors, right? How did that come about?
It really came about because I work at Washington High School during the school year, and one of the kids that played for Washington, he asked me if we could organize a game between, but it was really between the kids at Washington High School.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to do freshman, sophomore versus juniors and seniors at Washington.
Okay.
And as he's saying that, a light bulb go off in my head, and I'm like, yo, this would be really for real. It would be kind of dope if I did this at Dre Day, because the freshman is super talented, bro. You got Yin at Bennett, talented.
Yeah.
As a freshman, you got my son.
Tough.
And as a freshman, you got Tave.
Tough.
And Pocomo as a freshman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I'm missing any freshmen that's like that, my apologies, but just those three. Just those three to me are like those three to me are the best freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Like in the area. You know what I mean? Like as far as in the Bayside at least. And then sophomores, you got some really good sophomores as well. You know what I mean? So then you got juniors and seniors. You got the Bayside Player of the Year in Javon Comegys, who's a bucket. You got my man JP. Down in Decatur, who like I've been training JP since I retired from playing that first summer. Who he's a bucket, he can play. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of guys. You know, you got guys from Chrisfield like Tajon Kinney who can play, and you know, so I just thought it would be a fun game, man. And all these kids, they play with each other or they play against each other, and I think they're gonna compete for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the freshmen, man, them boys is talking. I asked what the spread was. They said 20, 25. Them easy. So you know what I mean. So like yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
You suiting up this year?
No, no
so
sir. Sir.
As far as the celebrity game, which I'm guessing that's gonna be the main game, right?
Right.
I know you don't want to give out kind of want to be a surprise, but as far as that roster, have you got that roster down pat yet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. As far as the main game is the Shore versus Across the Bridge.
Oh, that's the main game.
That is the main game.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was
So again, I'm not doing like the celebrity so to speak, because I had to pivot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's gonna be 2 games. I just coaching. I probably will.
I said I ain't coaching.
Oh, you want to coach? Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Man. Maybe next
I thought you wanted to play. I thought you wanted to play.
Retired.
You know if you play,
you've been saying you ready.
You already know what I'm about to say.
If I get the Nikes out the car, and listen. If I get the Nikes out,
I'm chilling in the car. Keep him in the car.
I'm just not gonna. I don't get on the court with Jarv, man. Cause Jarv be fouling, man.
You gonna get hurt. I'm gonna tell you now.
Jarv be fouling, man.
Jar play that. I don't know what kind of defense he play. But no, that's next year though. You know what I mean? I'll make my coaching debut next year. Maybe I might suit up. I don't know. I'm retired right now. But anyway,
stay on this side, man.
Can I ask a question? Because like not everybody understands really how hard it is to win a championship. Right, and you were blessed to be able to do it at high school, the collegiate level, and at the pro level. Right, and so could you just elaborate on the process?
Man, is first and foremost, you and your squad got to trust each other. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing. Like, and that trust comes in at the pro level. It comes in training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it comes in setting the tone early, having a good leader that everybody can follow. There's no personal agendas, you know what I mean? Like the agenda is winning. You know what I'm saying? At the high school level, it's being together through the summertime, being together in the spring, everybody knowing their role, everybody being on the same page and remembering what it felt like the year before when you fell short. You know what I'm saying? And then too, having a good leader. You know what I mean? Like, but absolutely everybody being dedicated and being in the gym together. Which leads me to college. You know, I came on the campus as a freshman, and the upperclassmen, the returners, they set the tone from day one. You know, as a freshman, you come into school, you have no say. You know what I'm saying? Again, unless you Cooper Flag or right. or to that talent level. But what you're able to pick up on is the habits. You know what I'm saying? The good habits. Like, these guys coaches didn't have to tell them to get in the gym. They already were locked in the gym. Juan Dixon is always already in the gym with his girl rebounding at midnight. Steve Blake is already in the gym putting in his hours. You know, and you see that and you understand that these guys are leading by example. And as a freshman, you got to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have time to. You either gonna jump on board or you gonna fall off the boat. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, as someone who comes from that type of pedigree, you know, you got to be able to pick up quick, and you got to understand what the goal is. Like, those dudes, they lost in the Final Four when they were up 20 against Duke at halftime, I believe. I think it was up until halftime. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they were this close to making it to the national championship game. That was Maryland's first Final Four in the program history. You know what I'm saying? So those guys, they got a taste of it, and they felt that pain from losing and knowing that they were this close and knowing they were better than Duke and they had a chance at winning. So when they came back, everybody was locked in. And like I said, that set the tone for guys like myself, guys like Ryan Randall, who's coming in as a, leaving JUCO and coming in. He went to Allegheny, and he's coming in as a junior. Mike Grennan, who's coming in as a freshman. So we get to see those guys like in the work that it takes, in the weight room, in the classroom, how you carry yourself on campus, then seeing the work that the coaching staff is putting in, the expectations, so the pedigree is honestly, it remains the same on every single level. Like, you got to be dedicated to it. There's no selfishness in it. And you got guys that are willing to sacrifice and play your role, whatever that role may be. Like, you got to be the best in your role. If you are a bench player, be the best guy coming off of the bench. If you're a defensive player, be the best defender, in your role. If you are asked to score the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Steve Blake is one of the greatest point guards I've ever seen in my life, because he sacrificed his scoring ability, which he showed his senior year, that he can get a bucket. But he sacrificed all of that his previous 3 years so that he could win a national championship. You know what I mean? Like Juan is the ultimate leader. Like, he was the guy that was gonna carry us. He was gonna get a bucket when we needed a bucket, and he was gonna play defense as well. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Juan leads the program in the most steals. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Byron Mouton. Like, Byron Mouton was the ultimate glue guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember this one play in the national championship game against Indiana, where Indiana was making a run. The game was getting tight. We couldn't score. It was a sloppy game. And Byron dove for a ball that was going out of bounds, saved it, and in the same possession, Juan hit a shot that really broke the game and separated the game. That was Mouton. He was our emotional leader. You know what I'm saying?
Need those.
He was our emotional leader. He was that guy, like, he was pumping his fist. He was, at Midnight Madness, he doing backflips and all that type of shit. Like, Mouton was that guy. You know what I'm saying? And out of that starting five, he probably got the least credit in what we did. But as you get older and people remember that national championship team, his name always come up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just those type of things, man. It's just putting winning first. You know what I mean? It's wanting to be a winner more than wanting to individually shine through. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like that's the winning pedigree.
That's dope.
Understood.
So I asked Jordan this question the last time we was on here.
Shout out to Jordan too. That's my guy, man.
Duffy.
Like Duff has had an amazing career, man.
Dre's, you want to do top 10 or top 5? We talked about this downstairs. That ever come through the show? How you want to do it?
I don't want to do it.
Oh my goodness,
That's fair,
man.
I don't want to do it, man.
I knew he was gonna do this. I knew he was gonna do it.
Fair.
I knew it. You right. It's fair.
I don't want to do it, man. Like I think,
Go.
I think with me, man, I'm solid in wherever anybody plays me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dre, I asked your top 10 or top 5.
And for me, man, it's hard for me to say because I don't want to leave nobody out. I don't want to forget anybody. There's so many greats that's come from this area.
Yeah,
I'm always gonna put me ahead of anybody.
Okay, all right. So
no, I'm just saying. I'm
the other 4, the other 9.
Like with me, I'm just saying I'm gonna put me above anybody.
Okay, so who the other 4, the other 9?
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Whoever follows. You know what I'm saying? But just know I'm leading.
I respect
You feel me? Like nah, but on a but like it's been a lot of man like great players to come from the shore, man. You got God rest his soul, Sharon Mills.
Yes, sir.
Man, I learned so many jewels from him as a kid in middle school and going into high school. Mm-hmm. Able to play against him in Mr. Rayfield's summer league that we used to have in Crystal.
That joint was
like,
it, boy. Sheesh.
The guys from Worcester County back then, man, that I was able to play against, like Daryl Dennis,
yeah, it was crazy.
Myron Bivens and Nicky Purnell, man, they had a mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love watching them play. So, you know, like Andre Foreman,
tough.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so many great players, man. I don't want to slight anybody by putting them in a category, but I wouldn't be me. Mm-hmm. And the confidence that I have, you know what I'm saying, if I ain't say all them dudes follow me.
Nah.
Humbly, respectfully.
But like I say, Dre, man, it's always a pleasure to have you come through, man. To do what you have done. I mean, you actually, if people don't know, me and Dre got a joint that we shot 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
That I ain't even released yet.
In your basement, right?
In my basement.
Yeah.
And that one was trill, man. But you always show love, man. You're always humble, and I respect that about you, and I appreciate that about you. And it's just great to see what you're doing in this community, what you have been doing these last 10 years, man. 11 years. It's greatly appreciated, man. I want you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed, and I want you to know to keep inspiring, keep pushing the next generation. I was telling D-Lo we shot one, what was it, the other day?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And I was like, if you're not inspiring the next generation, then what are you doing?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. If it's one gem that you can leave with the people, what would it be?
Man, I say, let me think on that. So I'm gonna say this while I think on that. First and foremost, man, y'all family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. And I appreciate, come through, always allowing me to come through, and always allowing me, you guys using your platform to for me to discuss anything that I got going on, show love and appreciate the things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm keeping it real, one thing about the Eastern Shore, man, like I feel like when people settle, retire, come home, and you can see them every day and you can touch them now, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like they think you regular. You know what I mean? And hear me when I say this. I'm not saying I'm any better than the next person, but the shit that I've done, I'm gonna talk my shit a little bit.
Do your thing.
Because I had a conversation with Corey Holden earlier. You know what I'm saying? And I try to play mentor to a lot of these guys that have done some of the things, because when you put everything into one thing, you know what I'm saying, and then you go into the real world and you're trying to figure it out, what's next in your life. It gets hard for you. You know what I'm saying? And you could be doing some amazing stuff, but you haven't figured it out because your life has been this one thing. You've chased this one thing your entire life. So now you're searching for what's next, and you lose your identity a little bit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when people see that, they think you're regular. You know what I'm saying? Or because I can touch you now, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you lose a little bit of your aura in their eyes. You know what I mean? But ain't nothing regular about what people like.
Talk your shit.
Nothing regular what people like I've done, Eddie Miller has done, Albert Morin has done, Craig Winder has done, Sharon Mills has done, Andre Foreman, like Brian Polk. So I can go on. Craig Winder, I can go, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing regular about that. And I think the Shore does a horrible job of recognizing, people who have done these sort of things. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess I'll say a gem is always be true to you. You know what I'm saying? And in the words of Beanie, you know what I mean? Like, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you amongst them stars. My son told me the other day that he wants to touch the league. You know what I mean? And I hope he don't get upset with me saying this, because I think it's hard, like, following, like, for him to be my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, him following.
For real,
and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he gets so much hate at 15, man. You know what I mean? Like, from this area. Rather it's from people who have kids that are the same age as him, that's competing against him or whatever. And it's sad because all I've done is pay the game forward, and I give a lot to the Shore, to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if you can play against my son tomorrow or not. Like, I give you the same thing I give your kid the same thing I give my kid. That's and right. A lot of people,
that's how it should be.
And people be hating on my son. You know what I'm saying? And I see what it does to him. And me and him had a conversation over the weekend, and he told me that, Dre, I'm sorry to share this, but he told me that, he's scared of failing. You know what I mean? And I had to share that quote with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that phrase with him, like, if you miss, like, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're still amongst those stars.
For sure.
And, like, that simply means, like, yo, the league was my ultimate goal. I didn't make the league. But where I landed,
you landed.
Man, that shit is rare.
You landed.
I got MVPs overseas.
Yeah.
I got a bar named after me overseas.
For real?
Yes. In Italy, bro.
Shit.
I got a bar named after me overseas. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I played 10 years in Europe. I'm from Chrisfield.
That speaks.
I scored the last bucket in Coalfield House in history.
That speaks.
I won a national championship.
Talk your shit.
I won a professional championship.
Talk your shit.
I won a high school championship.
Talk your shit.
I averaged 30 and 10 in high school.
Talk your shit.
Finished 4th in the nation in scoring. Ain't shit regular about me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So whatever it is, at whatever capacity that you're doing, this is to anybody. Carry yourself like you ain't shit regular. And if people look at you and they think you carry yourself like you better than them, that's a them problem.
That's a them problem.
You know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with you. You supposed to carry yourself with confidence. And you supposed to talk your shit when it's time to talk your shit. Especially when you've done it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so chase your dreams. Put all your eggs in one basket if you had to. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're among stars, regardless.
It is, man. I got a question. Just wanted to know, like, as an athlete, you end up alone, right? And you have those moments where you have to just look yourself in the mirror. For you, what was one of those moments where like your glass house broke and you just had to kind of rebuild and be it off the court, on the court, your mindset, or all three?
So one of the most difficult years I had was my 4th year in Europe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was my first time having a major injury. I lost my cousin, but we were raised like brothers. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he died of sickle cell. And he died during that time that I broke my hand, and I was out for 4 months. And it's tough, man, like being in another country by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I questioned myself if I even wanted to continue doing that stuff, like, because overseas, man, you lose so many. Like, I've lost so many people while I was overseas, like by myself alone, and you know what I mean? Like, that was one of the most difficult moments for me. Going through what I went through at University of Maryland, that was the first time in my life that I wasn't the guy. First time in my life that I was sitting the bench. I had to sit there and be a great teammate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to bust ass in practice and still not get in the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, because every coach will tell you, or every mentor, person will tell you when it comes to sports, like, man, keep working hard in practice. Your time is going to come. Your time is going to come. But that's not always necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
And it was an embarrassment for me. I didn't know how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my name is my name around here. Mm-hmm. And when I'm going to Maryland, everybody's expecting me to put on.
Right.
So when I come home, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm getting jokes that shit ain't funny to me. Like, like, man, you a great towel thrower. You know, I remember somebody told me that shit, man. I wanted to fight. Like, somebody told me, like, man, hey, man,
play with, man.
Hey, man, you a great towel thrower. Basically meaning, like, during a timeout, when somebody's coming from the timeout, I'm throwing in the towel.
Yeah. And you out there going like, hard every day, every practice, running them sprints. Like, they don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But it was those moments that it was difficult, but it also made me. It was good for me. You know what I'm saying? It was good for me to experience. Because when I got to Loyola, it was all business. You know what I'm saying? Hargrave was difficult. Like, that probably was the most difficult thing I've ever went through when it comes to basketball, because I couldn't qualify SAT. And then when I did qualify, when I got to Hargrave, and I did qualify the first time, they red flagged it because my scores jumped so high. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So now I'm there for the whole season, in a place that I didn't want to be at, where you got a window on your door the size of a jail, the size of the window in a jail cell. You got bunk beds. It's a small room. There's nothing in there but a sink. You sharing a whole floor with nothing but guys, and you doing everything military, waking up 5 a.m. for formation. And you know what I'm saying? This is my first time away from home. You know what I mean? And I just didn't want to be there. So, those were the difficult times, man, but all of those times, like, made me who I am today, and allowed me to see, like, there ain't nothing I could go through that I can't get through.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. I would say, man, stay the course, man. Whatever you're going through, like I said the other day, I don't care what it look like. I don't care what you go through, man. If you got something in your mind, you got something that you want to do, stay the course, man.
For sure.
The road ain't gonna be easy, but if you push through and you put that work in, I promise, on the other side, it's gonna be great.
And it's gonna be much more rewarding.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You appreciate it more. You know what I mean? You're gonna respect it more. Like, you gotta push through adversity.
You got to. Listen. Dre Day, August 8th. What time doors open?
Doors open, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Guess
2
what?
2 p.m. Kids, go register right now for the Dre Day Playbook. Register right now for the Dre Day Playbook.
Please go do that.
What location?
It's at UMES. UMES. The game is inside of in Heights. Doors open at 2. Dre Day Playbook. want to say it's in the theater. Man, I've been calling it the SCDC. That's Somerset County Detention Center. It's definitely not that. What is the name
SSC.
of it? SSC. There we go. It's in the SSC. Oh, it's definitely not
the
that.
SSC. About the other building on campus though, because it's another building on campus like the SCDC, something like that.
But that
I know, but I'm just saying that's probably what he was thinking about.
I've been telling people the SCDC, and then the day I caught myself, I'm like, wait, man, that shit is the detention center. Definitely don't go there.
Please don't.
SSC, man.
But yeah, man. It's in. I want to say it's in the theater. It's the exact room where Dr. Warren had the name of the show.
Yep. This in the ballroom.
Okay,
the
ballroom and the
SSC ballroom.
Yeah.
Right.
So please go, and kids, if you are youth, please, middle school to high school, right now, go and register for the summit. It's gonna be some great things, like things that's necessary, man. So much going on, and y'all's in that age group where you're picking up guns with violence, and you're smoking vapes, and
put that stuff down.
All that stuff is going on, man. Like, please go register right now.
Put that stuff down, man. Listen, we got a surprise for y'all.
Talk to him. What we got?
We got 2 courtside seats to Dre Day. 2 of them. So listen, we're going to make a post when this airs, and we're going to tell you what you need to do to be eligible to win those 2 courtside tickets to Dre Day, man. It's going to be a great event. Whoever wins, y'all going to get courtside. Y'all going to be right there on the action, man. Listen, thank you guys for coming through. Dre.
Always love, for sure.
Thank you for coming through, man.
For sure. Appreciate you having me.
Shout out to Dre Day. This is year 11, 10?
Year 9.
Year 9. What?
Year 9. Should be 10. COVID got in the way.
Yeah. Year 9, man. Dre Day, August 8th. This is your boy, Cool Maul D. I'm signing out, man. Thank y'all for coming through alongside my man.
D-Lo, man.
And our special guest, matter of fact, I told y'all earlier, he not no special guest, his family. Dre, again, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Always love.
Y'all take care, man.
Peace.